what we are doing is meaningless.
I hope it's not all meaningless.
At least you have each other. Nothing worse than going through this shit alone.
Stop! There's a bomb in the cake. Don't worry, I used to be a bomb guy. Stand back!
Oh my God! Let me make it plain. Gotta make way.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Cristin. Hi, Andy. How are you doing this morning?
Good.
Andy, the last time we spoke was 13 years ago at the Hot Rod Junket. It's taken me that long to get back in front of you.
Oh my gosh! Well,
and we had a code word too. We had, instead of whiskey, we had a safe word back then. So it's been a long time.
yeah. I love your background.
Oh, thank you. This is the perfect shirt, for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was at Sundance. I wasn't able to see the film because it was so popular, and I didn't have a chance to interview you guys there. I watched the film. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. You take the romantic comedy and you just turn it on its ear, and I just love this film.
Oh, thank
Awesome. Thank you.
My mom was a wedding coordinator for 25 years, so I hate weddings. I was always asked to help out. So we're stuck in eternity in this loop in your movie at weddings constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
There's nothing to say. I know there's nothing to say after that.
Great. I don't know that I would want to be in one every day.
Yeah.
And I took a psychology and film class when I was at the university, and they were showing Groundhog Day in multiple films. I think this movie is not only destined to be a cult classic, but also to be shown in universities all over the country, over the world, about behavior.
Well, thank you.
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
All right, let's see what else I got here. Oh my God. Was it weird wearing the same clothes every day for the entire shoot?
Oh, it was the best. Yeah. Like my favorite thing about the movie maybe was just putting on the most casual outfit and just kicking it. Cristin?
Yeah. No, I agree. In fact, I only hated when I had to wear like the bridesmaid dress because I was so comfortable in like the normal Sarah uniform.
And what brand of beer were you drinking the entire movie? I couldn't make it out.
It was made up.
That's why I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
By the way, we're awaiting someone reaching out that actually makes beer to do like a collaboration and put it out. I think it would be something very fun to drink, especially in these summer times.
That's so cool.
And you guys did that bar dance. How long did it take you to learn that choreography?
I mean,
Cristin learned it in 5 minutes and it took me 10 weeks.
that's selling yourself short. That's not entirely true. Andy, you're a very good mover.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And we got first-time director Max Barbakow. Am I saying his name right? What a great style. This man, his direction, this movie was so complicated. So many scenes, so many setups, but it just all came together. And I can only imagine during the script, did you think to yourself, how are they going to pull this off? It's so complicated.
I didn't wonder it as much because my company was producing it, so I knew pretty much every single detail about what was happening.
Clever play on the logo too, classics, the Sony Pictures classics. That's very funny.
But you're not wrong in that it was incredibly complicated, and especially because it was a very small movie and we were being very ambitious with it. It was tough, but everyone really rose to the occasion, I think.
And you guys have great chemistry, just absolutely great chemistry on screen. And you can tell when you were improvising because it just flowed. It was so natural.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It was a blast.
And just make sure, you guys are wrapping me up here. Just make sure you got to find your own Irvine, because I think that's really important.
Everyone does.
Everyone has to find their own Irvine.
Camila, Meredith, good afternoon from Las Vegas. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I like your backdrop there.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I worked really hard on it. Is this a great shirt?
It is. It's so appropriate for the movie.
Yeah, it's just so Palm Springs.
Yeah, it really is. It's good.
Even though I'm in Las Vegas, that's our sister city, so.
It's close enough.
Travel van. Yeah, well, let's talk about Palm Springs. I love this film. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
Yay.
And when you read the script, did you say to yourself, because the movie is so complicated, did you say to yourself, how are they going to pull this off?
I don't know that I really questioned it. I think the way it's written, it just all felt so right. Like I immediately understood the world that they created.
because the script itself, like Andy just wrote such a good script that I feel like it was all in my head. Like I could already visualize what the movie would be like. But it is, I think when it comes to the things like the time traveling part of it, I'm like, how are they going to do this? Like, how are they going to execute that? But I do think when it's a comedy and it's not taking itself so seriously, there's more opportunity to just have fun with it, even if it doesn't look realistic, you know?
Yeah, I think there's always like, whenever you read any script, there's always the script and then there's the execution. And I think that there was such a cohesion in how the creatives all meshed and all had the same sort of singular vision, whether it was Andy or Max or Andy Samberg. I felt like there was a real cohesion there. And so it's always such an amazing experience when you read a script as good as Andy's and then you watch the movie and you're like, they did it. It was it was even better than I could have imagined.
Totally.
Well, you know, the movie has Andy Samberg reliving the same day over and over and over. So was it weird for you to wear the same clothes the entire shoot?
I mean, it was kind of great.
The wedding dress was very pretty.
There's just one wedding dress. I mean, I think walking around in a wedding dress all day can be kind of exhausting. I wouldn't wish it on my closest friends, but it is nice to know what you're going to wear when you show up every day. Like, it's a pretty easy fitting. It's just one outfit. You don't have to worry about continuity and no changes.
Yeah.
And Meredith, you kept crying the whole movie over and over. Where did you find that strength?
I did a lot of crying. I just cry in my real life too. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I worked on a soap opera originally in my career, so I think I have a lot of history crying.
And one story from the set about Andy Samberg. What's your favorite story from the shoot?
I'm trying to think. Well, he was just, I don't know. I think it was like one of my first experiences with him when we were shooting the dances, like, yeah. I don't know, or like something, I don't know. Honestly, the whole experience blends in because it's the same day over and over again. So I'm like, which day?
Yeah, I know.
But it was during the wedding ceremony or the reception. And then he like did his scene. He like improvised a little bit and they called cut and he looked at me and he was like, right? Something like that. And he just like walked off. Like he'll just improvise and then he'll look at me and be like, was that good? I don't know.
I know. And then you watch it and you're like, no, your instincts were really right on. I'm a really geeky fan of his wife, Joanna Newsom. So I was really annoying, being like, what was the origin? Like what inspired this song? And then makeup trailer the whole time. But he's such a nice guy and he's such a pro and so talented that watching him do his thing is just really fun.
Yeah, he like cares too. You know, he really does like, he cares about making everyone comfortable. He cares about giving a good performance and everyone else feeling good to give their good performances. Like, I don't know. I just think he's such a welcoming person.
Well, congratulations on the movie. I loved it. And make sure you got to find your Irvine.
Exactly. I love that.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, Sky Masterson. I cannot believe this. I'm meeting you for the first time.
They call you Lady Luck.
Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along.
Sing it, Jeff. I'll know then and there.
When I sing that song, it's your version from Guys and Dolls. Your version, I swear. Your inflections, everything. So I can't tell you how much that show means to me. And such a thrill to talk to you today.
Oh, that's so cool. What a great show that is, huh? I think that's the greatest show ever written.
And it always reminds me when I see Seinfeld, you know, because when he gives them tickets to Guys and Dolls, that was your show that was playing on Broadway at the time.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, you know, you play a father of the bride in Palm Springs. Was it strange being dressed up for a wedding reception for the whole shoot?
You know, everything about this movie was gloriously strange and but funny and warm. And I'm talking about the people. I mean, honestly, there are real characters in this movie. I mean, even when the camera's not rolling. And so I was comfortable with being a little confused at times because I felt I was in very good hands with Max Barbakow, who wrote it and directed it, and Andy, who was, you know, being a wonderful actor and a wonderful producer as well. So it was, I was cool with that.
And do you cry at weddings, Peter? Because you cried in this movie.
Oh my God, I did. I was very happy I was able to pull that off because it was a bit of a rush. We forget. Okay, we're losing the light. Okay, cry, go. Let's. I guess I mean, look, if my kids get married, I'll be a basket case.
And you had to sit through so many versions of Andy Samberg's reception speeches. Did he mix it up? Did he do a lot of improving?
Oh yeah, very much so. In fact, he never were quite sure what it was he was going to do. It was really kind of wonderful. Not kind of wonderful, it was wonderful. I mean, half the time I was watching those scenes like I was in the audience. Like the audience will be watching that saying, oh my God, he's funny. That was so good. I love that. And Cristin Milioti, you can't take your eyes off her.
Was it bizarre doing the same scenes over and over without giving any spoilers away to the film?
No, because it just feels exactly like what I do for a living. I do the same scenes over and over.
I have to tell you, one of my all-time favorite films is The Man Who Knew Too Little. And I just think you're just so great in that. And I think it's Bill Murray's best film. Got to meet the director when I did The Core once upon a time. And I just adore that film. I think it's just a comic masterpiece. And you're wonderful in it.
Oh, that was so much fun. We had so much, Billy and I had so much fun doing that. And it was fun because John allowed us to sort of, my question was like, why would I be mean to my brother? I'm a master of the universe. I can handle anything. Sure. Yeah, I can handle that. Come on. And it just got so nuts. And just to do anything with Bill Murray, it's you got to catch yourself lucky.
Well, you did a wonderful job in Palm Springs. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. And you got to come visit us in Las Vegas. You were singing me Luck Be a Lady Tonight. I'm a Las Vegas native, so that just made my day.
I would love to do that. I look forward to that, Jeff. And thanks so much for loving the movie, because I think the movie Palm Springs is wonderful. And it could not be more timely. It really kind of captures in an indirect way this closed loop we all seem to be on. And,
well, you got to find your Irvine. That's the theme of the film.
You got to find your Irvine. You got to find your heart.
Wonderful, Peter. Thank you so much, and hope to see you soon.
I look forward to it. And meanwhile, Jeff.
Yes.
You know who else was in the movie?
Who?
J.K. Simmons.
That's
he was
right.
also in Guys and Dolls.
It's right. I completely forgot about that.
He was an amazing guy. I think it was Harry the Horse. Got a horse.
Fantastic.
Yes. So anyway.
No, great trivia.
Small world.